Many blessings. Today's message is for a sacred soul with a cosmic message. This is what I was hearing before this reading started, was that you are a star and that you hold this energy to be able to flow the light, the consciousness of the divine into your expression, into your experience. I'm hearing guide for the guides, teacher for the teacher, healer for the healers. You, as a light worker, as a star seed, you carry a powerful medicine, you carry a powerful message, a frequency within your voice that, when unlocked, when unleashed, has the ability to transform lives. This is a leader energy. This is a transformational energy. And maybe there's part of you that feels called to transformational work or a more spiritual path. Pursuing a more spiritual path as your livelihood or through your creativity. You could be a storyteller and someone who reads the signs, because you're aware that everything in the universe is a sign. So when messages are coming through and synchronicities are presenting themselves, they are holding that reflection, that symbolism of the logos, that imprint in the consciousness, that archetype in the waking dream. We've got Prince of Swords coming out here with the hawk and the sword, the air element, picking up on Gemini, communicative energy, and the ability to see through the illusions, the ability to set forward on this quest with this book in hand, with this sacred message that you've been called to share. And this message relates to honing your sword of discernment. And I'm hearing the pen is stronger than the sword. The pen, in this case, is the sword, because the ability, the psychic ability of discernment is to be able to discern the textures of consciousness, the vibrational essence that's underneath reality. And when we speak of reality creation and mastering ourselves in the process of being aware that we are consciousness, that every single moment is reality creation. And so the ability to read the vibrational impressions of consciousness, of being able to read the Akashic records of moment to moment, of the energies that are in the field of consciousness, is the ability to read what is being created in reality moment to moment, and is to be able to live in the archetypal realm. And this isn't just for manifestation, but this is for sacred living. This is for the sacred mystery school of life, of which you've been initiated on this quest. Coming out with the Two of Wands. This is about your mastering of the will of the fire element. And you've got a choice here, a choice to step into your power or a choice to live in fear, right? And this could relate to self-doubt. This could relate to the shadow. This could relate to it's part of you trying to protect yourself because of being hurt in the past, or disappointments, or how is this going to work out? Because of this new venture that you're stepping into, this livelihood, this divine beatific expression of the sun energy in your life, of shining, of being your true self and not giving a fuck what anyone thinks about that. Because you realize that the greatest service that you can give is to be your true self. And what's coming to me, like, once again, is this distinction between being nice and being kind, right? Because we've heard, you can be this nice guy, be a people pleaser. And maybe that was a tendency for you in the past because maybe you were bullied as a child and you wanted to be nice to people because you never wanted other people to be put down or feel that way. But then you end up being a doormat because people are, they're just going to be nice, and it becomes this soft energy. But true self energy can be very scorpionic, and there's an honor of the shadow, of the rough around the edges energy, of not needing to be perfect and so nice. And so trying to roll out the red carpet for people that will just trample their muddy boots all over it without a care, because now they see you as a servant. And so, and being in service doesn't have to mean being in that energy of being a servant. It can be empowered in the energy of your truth, of your being able to express when your boundaries, like the cat's like scratching the couch, and I'm not okay with that. And and because there's a difference, because when you are true self, it may not be nice, but it is a true kindness, because sometimes it's the kindest thing to do for everyone, yourself included, is to set a boundary. And somebody might not like it, it might not be nice, but it's kind, because if you allow that person to hurt you, then you're not being kind to yourself. And then when you allow people to hurt you, then you become resentful, and then it hurts them. And sometimes people don't know any better. Like children, when you're, raising children, sometimes they don't know any better, and they need that firm, like, no, don't, and it may not be nice, it may not be what they want or what they think they want, but it's what they need to hear. Right, so it's just something about this energy, right? This kind of divine father energy, protective energy coming through with that. And because then you're being kind to yourself. And everything is a reflection, right? Everything is consciousness, everything is source. It's all one. And yes, we're in this differentiated experience, I get that. Now, when you're being kind to yourself, then you're really able to be kind to others, because your cup is overflowing from that source. And so it's truly kind. And also, have you noticed that people that are truly kind, they come from a very heart-centered, genuine place, and it doesn't have the same texture as people who are nice just to get something, just to extract something out of you. So there's something important with that. Let's see, Great Spirit, consciousness, source, all that is, show me what the cards have to say today. 7 of Swords. So you've been walking away from that kind of disappointment, right? And this cloak up, this, I'm greeting the moon, I'm greeting this deeper exploration of my subconscious, if you want to call it that, or the animus, or the consciousness of my spirit, of the divine feminine, of the mystery, of the great mystery. I'm walking forward into this new chapter. And I'm welcoming the mystery of life, because with this boundary, this protecting, this container of the divine masculine, this sacred feminine is able to flourish, kind of open up a bit more. So you can explore the sacred mystery, because you're cultivating this sense of safety within yourself, because you're no longer exhausting your energy to places that don't reciprocate. And so through that reclamation of your truth, you're able to walk forward into a greater sense of trust in this stability energy. And in that sense of trust, you're able to start to open more to your spirituality and into the mystery. Because when we're not in a state where we feel safe, when there's a lack of trust, there's a lack of safety in the energetic body. And that constriction causes us to constantly need a sense of certainty. And certainty has its place. Definitiveness has its place. But when it's out of balance, when the masculine of that is out of balance with the feminine of openness and receptivity and allowing for the mystery in life, we become controlling. And when we become controlling, we shut ourselves off from the infinite, from an infinite, from the non-definable open-endedness of existence. And so within that balance of the masculine and feminine, you're able to feel safe. And maybe you've been doing some work on your root chakra or solar plexus or your creative energy, and able to feel more rooted within yourself, be able to feel more confident. And maybe not, and I'm not talking about an egotistical type of confidence, I'm talking about a self-assuredness, a feeling of you're just good. You can just be. You can just be yourself. You've got nothing to prove, but you can just be yourself, and it's okay, because there's a sense of trust, right? And that sense of trust doesn't need the ego to have everything be certain in order to feel safe. It's a sense of relaxed openness to the possibilities of life, so that you can experience life more without having to, the ego have to know all the details, have to figure everything out. And so if you've been worried about the future, this maybe relate to helping to clear with the root chakra and the solar plexus, to start to feel more in your power, with the Prince of Pentacles coming in, this kind of new venture, this young man energy, this, there's something that you've set out on this quest for, and this is really what's been calling you all along from the castle. From this greater view, to be able to pursue this goal. And you've kind of already got it. Like you can see, he's already kind of got it right there, tucked away in his arm. Like he's already got this gift. You've already got this gift that's been given to you, and you've just been needing this space to feel more safe in order to unlock it, in order to allow more of the spiritual side to emerge, and allowing yourself to step forward more into this venture where you've got the practical things in place that will allow you this foundation in order for your craft to start to really settle in and emerge. More and more of your gifts start to like really emerge, this creativity, and maybe these memos that you're setting, these notes you're taking, these downloads that you're getting for this business or this project or this creation, really start to come into form with a sense of self-assuredness, a sense of, maybe I'm feeling impatient sometimes because I've been working on this for a long time, but now I'm starting to realize that the people that it wasn't working was this, rejection is really divine redirection, because we weren't vibrationally in a match, because I needed to be my true self. I needed that independence of connection to spirit, to have that self-assuredness, so that I wouldn't be reliant on those collaborations. And so that was why it was repelling. And also the people that I was in these karmic entanglements with, I wasn't a vibrational match to anymore, as I started to heal myself, as I started to clear these things. And so maybe there's something in there for that for you, where you've been clearing these karmic entanglements. You've gone through many different relationship fractals and reflections in the dream of consciousness, in your reality creation process, where you've been clearing these patterns, so that the true relationships, what's for you is for you. What's the true relationships that are a vibrational match to your true self, so that you can just be. So you can just be more. And the more that you can just be, what's all the money for? What's all the, the nice place for, and the relationship, and what's all this really for, is that you just want to be. You just want to be yourself. And you want to enjoy life, and you want to create, right? And you're made in the likeness and image of the Creator. And so it's natural that you want to create, and you want to experience more life, and you want to experience expansion. And so what Tarot does is it allows us to see a story of consciousness, to move through different archetypes. There's nothing like about it. It's just a tool. It's a way of relating. It's a way of communicating with the divine. I'm just going to pull out one more here, kind of, judgment. Yeah, so, and this is the judgment call on these old karmic patterns that have been playing, and maybe people who were jealous of you, or maybe you saw people have nice things and wonder why it was so blocked, or people are kind of sabotaging or maybe self-sabotage, or you're just about to break through and then something pulls you back into the matrix, and now you're kind of working through this job and you're kind of getting back out of it, or you're just like in these constant transitions of moving and changing in different people and places and wondering, why can't I just be stable? This judgment is being called on this because this was part of this transformational journey and process that you went on, because you're rapidly alchemizing through these experiences to gain the gem. And I'm hearing the alchemist's gold, being able to take the lead of the shadow experience dynamics and transmute them into the gold of that enlightened consciousness, of that, that realization of that's unique to you, that awakening. And for more of your intuitive and spiritual gifts, your creative abilities, your intellect, even your skill in your craft, all these things that have been honed over time, the temperance in that. But this judgment is being called on this justice for you in this new chapter, or even in this new book, Princess of Pentacles, for this abundance, this sweetness of life, this enjoyment, and this. And if this could also be connection of love and sensuality, of enjoying the garden of life, enjoying the fruits of your labor, things just starting to work out for you in divine flow. And so if this is something that resonates with you, claim I am aligning with divine flow in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am available for personal sessions. If that's something you're interested in, you can find the link to my website below. And I thank you guys so much on all of your support to this channel. And I will see you in the next transmission. Many blessings.